Yeah, I can read it. Welcome, everybody. First off, I just want to thank everybody for coming tonight. We appreciate you being here and celebrating Michael and Lexi's wedding. And I'm sure for some of you it was probably not an easy decision to make with COVID, everything that's out there in the news, and also I know the Hawkeye game. That's hopefully you're able to get some of that in throughout the day. They didn't do the best. They ended up losing. I think everybody knows that. I saw a few people watching it. And I do want to give a special thank you to Michael's family for coming to Iowa, making that long trip. I wish Mother Nature would have gave you a little warmer weather, but she didn't. But it's still a great day for a wedding. It just still worked out well. We got to talk to you guys some. It was really nice having you here. And again, thanks for coming and helping to make their wedding even a better day. And so I don't forget anybody. I want to thank everybody for what they did to help out with the wedding. You obviously did great. Things turned out really well. And I want to give a big shout out to Jen for all the work that she put into this wedding. I think she could, I'm not going to say that. I think she could do this professionally if she did that well with it. She did awesome. And it doesn't surprise me a whole lot because she's awesome with everything, and including raising our daughter, our wonderful, awesome daughter, who I can't believe it's been 26 years since we brought her home from the hospital. And to be quite honest, we were scared. When we brought her home, we really had no idea what we were doing. And we lived in a 700 square foot apartment, and our living room and her bedroom literally were probably 10 feet apart. And when we would do our homework or other things, if she was sleepy, we would have baby monitors set up. And we could probably literally hear her breathing. So I don't know why we have the baby monitor set up. I'm sure a lot of you guys can understand that when you just feel like you don't know what you're doing, you kind of overcompensate and probably become overprotective parents. And that might be why she never went to anybody when she was a kid. We would go to like the YMCA or church, and we would go to the daycare, and she'd just be bawling her head off. And they'd be like, she'll be fine, she'll be fine. And so we'd go do our thing, we'd go to the church, or we would go exercising, and 10 minutes later, just feel a tap on the shoulder, and she's still crying. Can you come back and get her? But that's, and with that, she really wanted to always be by her side. Of course, when she got to be a teenager, that switched. I'm sure a lot of you guys can understand that. It does happen with teenagers. But then it switched again when she went off to college. First year was at UNI. She really didn't like it that much. A lot of texting between her and Jen, and I think she kind of figured out that her mom and dad weren't that bad. And especially her mom. And would you agree with that? Would you agree with that? Yeah. I can see it, yes. And then she came to Luther. And when she was at Luther, I think we saw her more at home than she was in high school, which was great. And she, spent a lot of time with us at that time. And we now see that beautiful person that's sitting here tonight. And literally 26 years ago, you captured our hearts. And you're still doing that every day with your sense of humor, your wit, and just your laugh. Your irresistible laugh that just kind of brings everybody in. And I couldn't be prouder of the person you have become. And you're just a very special daughter. You're a very special granddaughter, mother, and sister. And we all love you. And I do want to share one of my earlier memories of Michael and Lexi. We were on vacation, and we were gone for about a week. And when we got back, it was 1, 2 in the morning, and we were dropping Lexi off, and she got out of the car, could tell she was excited to be home, excited to see Michael, and so we opened up the back gate. She's about ready to get her luggage out, and I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and I can see Michael sprinting down the driveway and across the road, and he came and picked her up in like the full wedding pickup. And my first thought was, yeah, when I was 20, I could do that too. My second thought was, he could be the one. And I could tell with Lexi in her mind, she was thinking this was the guy she wanted to be with. And you guys just had this excitement about each other. You guys were, you laughed with each other. You could just tell you guys wanted to be together. And it was just meant to be, I guess. And you two have been a lot in the short time. You guys have been through a lot in the short time you've been together. And you guys have handled it all well beyond your years. And Michael, I think that just says what type of person you are. And I know the customary thing to do is to say welcome to the family, but we've already considered you family for a long time. But now I get to call you my son-in-law, and I'm proud to be able to do that. What do you say? Okay, that's good. I still haven't seen him to look at his teeth, and he gets a lot of crap about that. And I think you guys have already realized that life goes by pretty fast. So you need to make sure you just enjoy the little things and make sure you do the little things for each other. But understand and realize that marriage isn't always going to be perfect. And when it's more important to understand, it's more important, I want to get this right. And how you react is not to when it's not is more important than how you react when it is. And it just helps out. So just make sure you are honest with each other and be kind with each other and treat each other with love and compassion. And lastly, I just want to say you're a perfect little family, which is Lexi, Michael, little Michael, and Matthew, and any future ones. We'll leave the door open for that. That's the most important. That's the most important thing is your family, and never let each other forget how important you are to each other. And your mom and I, or all of us, we love you guys. We're excited for you guys. We're proud of you guys, and really, what we want and what we hope for is just a lot of love and happiness in your marriage. We love you. And so let's raise the glasses for a toast for the new bride and groom, Lexi and Michael.